in my own practice, if you want to call it that, my life, it's better to use, or it's useful to use words as more than definite things, like more than numbers. Use them as variables, So basically, I see words as a container which we collectively put meaning inside of to be able to interact with each other. But there are those words that are like tricky, that there's, if you open it up, if you unpack it, there's a whole bunch of shit in there that like it's like, why? No, I don't agree with this, but I agree. Like everybody, like if I tell you, oh, can you bring me an apple? Like there's very little chance that you're gonna bring me a screwdriver, like it's pretty clear what's in there. But reality, love, truth, like it's almost to the point where, well, what's the use of those words afterwards, after all, So reality, I try to use the word reality as what is part of this flow, part of this big fractal that started to grow and mutate since the beginning of time. I guess reality to me is related to time, but then it's what I put into it. And when someone tells me reality, there's a deeper reality or something like that, I totally get it. And I understand a definition of reality that negates the way that I portray it, and which is, I'm trying to also to make it closer to people's experience, so we can use it again collectively.
So I think it's useful to narrow in on a somewhat stable way, enduring way that you want to use the word reality. The way I use it is inclusive of, but not limited to, the experienced reality that, we call it illusion, and even the word illusion, I would want to sort of pull that word apart before I would want to pull apart the word reality. The word reality, I think, is useful, and because the truth that we're looking for that will set us free is the truth of what is really real, and the way that, in common parlance, one can say an entity, a god, a ghost is not really real. You don't make any sense. You're talking about these things and it's not real. Rather than bring my understanding of the word reality and my understanding of reality to meet that word, the way it's used in that context, I would argue that the job is the reverse, to break down that understanding of reality so that it can open to a bigger understanding of reality. Most of the developments in our own understandings along the way are that kind of process of breaking down a boundary, a vessel that is limited in itself and is limiting ourselves. And we break it open, it's bigger, and now we've got a bigger vessel, and we got to break that down. And then we've got, and eventually there's no vessel. And so the way I use the word reality is to refer to the boundless reality, the radiant emptiness, the the reality that is inclusive of all things, completion, totality. And it includes, we could say big R and little r, our day-to-day, our touch experience, our sense experience, even our thoughts. We can call this little r reality. But what is really real is inclusive of all things and unchanging, because there can be no change in the boundless. That which it has no time and space, so it can't develop and morph. In my view, it's a good use of the word reality.